along the way, we met a factory owner in particular that also was an audiophile that had the same passions that we did. And it kind of was like all the pieces were sitting there, and we just said, you know what, we have all the engineering, we know how to do the research, we know how to design it, we know how to manufacture it now, and then we can control that and do that at our own facility, where we actually can do from the crossovers to the cabinets, the veneers, the painting, the transducers, the final assembly. We even do the SMT and the amplifiers. It's all at our factory. Knowing that we had all those pieces, we're like, well, now it's time to do our own brand and take what we've learned over all the years and apply it.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of PHT TV, and welcome back to another PerListen unboxing. That was Dan Romer, the CEO and co-founder of PerListen, giving a little bit more insight on PerListen's beginnings. As I mentioned last week, with this product being so new, there doesn't seem to be any videos released as of yet, so we decided to remedy that by making some videos of our own. So this week we'll be diving into the PerListen S7c Center channel speaker, as well as the S4s surrounds. If you have not seen it yet, make sure you go back to take a look at the S7t video from last week. These units are designed to be used together, and they share a lot of similarities. In addition to these, next week we'll be unboxing the D215S subwoofer. That is, if I can get it up the stairs. It's kind of heavy at over 200 pounds, so it's a real possibility that I end up doing that unboxing wherever it just so happens to be sitting, as opposed to here in the studio. So anyways, that said, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button below and hit the bell next to it to enable notifications. Not only will this let you know as soon as new videos release, but it'll also be the first step to put you in the running for any of our giveaways and contests that we have here on PHT TV. Now, all of that said, the S7c shares all of the same drive components as the S7t towers, as they are all designed to function together. So let's go ahead and get this guy unboxed, and we will go over some of the details. So as always, you want to be very careful when unboxing when you don't know exactly what's inside. So you want to take your knife and run it sideways along the box. I'm not going to take it out of the first box to get out of the second box. I'm just going to leave it in both for now. As you can see, the very first thing when you unbox it, we have our S7c grill. Now, because there are only two components in this accessories box, I am assuming the other three are on the other side of the box. So we'll find those when we flip it over here. Just like with the S7t towers, you also have your set of white gloves here in order to handle that high gloss finish as you're pulling it out of the box. I'm going to set that off to the side right now. Alrighty, now as predicted, we have another accessories box here, and this says grill 3 pieces. So if we open it up, you see the other 3 grills there. Again, I don't need these just yet, so I'm going to set them off to the side. That's about all for now, so let's go ahead and tip this guy up on its side. Remove foam piece number 1, remove foam piece number 2. I'm going to come over here and grab these white gloves from the bag. And I expose just a little bit of it. Every time I see this piano gloss finish, I get a little excited. It's super gorgeous. And here we go. Absolutely gorgeous. And here we have the S7c Center channel. Man, that's a beautiful speaker. Can you guys see my reflection in this? This is amazing. It is designed to be the perfect match for the S7t towers. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, let's go ahead and pull these covers off for a moment so you can see it all together. All right, now we have the covers off all of them so you can see them all together here. This is the S7c Center channel, designed to be the perfect match for the S7t towers. As such, it shares a lot of the same characteristics. So it has the same DPC array, it has the same 28mm beryllium tweeter, the same TPCD thin-ply carbon diaphragm mid-range drivers, and the same waveguide, as well as the same TPCD woofers. I went a little bit more in depth on these components last week and what makes them great in the last episode, so I'm not going to dive into that here, but basically what these components mean are less distortion, improved performance, and an overall beastly designed speaker. So let's hear a little bit more from the PerListen team though. So here's another clip from our Zoom meeting with the PerListen team talking about the drive components themselves.
It's one of those things, right? You're kind of like going, okay, what can we do here to make it different, to come up with something that's better? So we knew in our gut that using these lightweight drivers, controlling a wider bandwidth, making, you know, that 1100 hertz kind of that magic transition area, using those was going to have a profound effect on the vocals. But we just didn't know exactly what the subjective side, what the total outcome was going to be. And when we first hooked them up, and we certainly have some very good speakers in the listening room, and we played those, and then we switched over, you kind of did a double take, because you just like, wait a minute, how does that so much different? Even when you mic it in the room, you might get a similar frequency response, but it doesn't convey that. And that's the part that I'm struggling to put in our website in specs. You know, you got to listen to it to understand it, kind of thing.
If you think about it, in most designs in that range, when we're talking that transition from the woofers into whatever that mid-range is, you know, on a more traditional design, that's a 5 1/4 inch woofer. We have 3 28mm drivers. The transient response, the lightness, it
doesn't even add up to 1 gram of mass.
Yeah,
right?
the impulse of that's where, you know, that dynamic and that transient response you just can't replicate with a larger woofer.
In addition to the beauty, in addition to the components themselves, let's not forget about the Dominus certification from THX, the only set of speakers that are THX Dominus certified. They're backed by real research, real tech, and real certification. Now, all of that said, towers can be used for 2-channel listening, but when you add in the center channel, I'm guessing that you're building an entire home theater system. So as such, I also wanted to dive into some surrounds. So I'm gonna go grab these S4s surrounds and we'll crack those guys open too. These are the silica gel packs. You're not supposed to eat these, just so you know. It says so right here on the box. It says silica gel. Do not eat, throw away. Anyways, another set of white gloves. Single grill, yet another single grill. Set these guys to the side here. And one more time, no matter how good they look, don't eat the silica gel. More white gloves. White gloves back on. All right. Now with my white gloves on, let's take a look at the surrounds. Beautiful. Now, everything in the S series of speakers is designed to be used in conjunction with one another. There are unique timbre matching techniques used across the entire series using beryllium and the advanced carbon fiber, and the surrounds are no different. The same drivers, the same materials, the same waveguide lens, which means it provides the same great experience throughout your entire system. And these are also Dominus rated as well. Not just the towers, not just the center channel, the surrounds are Dominus rated as well. So another one where the specs are backed by THX. That said, I'm going to reiterate my point over and over, not just some marketing scheme, guys. PerListen has put in the work to become the very first company ever to create a THX Dominus certified set of speakers. All right, there you have it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. As I mentioned before, we'll be unboxing the PerListen D215S sub next week, so make sure you check that one out. Also, after that, we'll be diving into some amps, so smash that subscribe button below to stay up to date on the next releases, and we'll see you again next week for another episode of PHT TV. Oh, this is gonna hurt my legs. Oh, it's gonna hurt my legs. I'm sitting on my feet. I'm sitting on my feet. Somehow AB made it in here. Go over some of those details. So this is what happens when you use your knife as a pry bar. It's not such a great tip anymore. I have a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old. There is no way that I could keep this in my house without having to dust for fingerprints every single day.